So it's not so, hang on, let's see it going yet. Hi. So we are in a place where we are facing a crisis, and I just want to bring in the definition of crisis in Chinese, or the characters that translate as danger and opportunity. So I'm going to bring some perspective about the opportunity here, and also how to navigate this with some tools that I've found super helpful. So the first tool is clarity. So clarity in both what's happening and getting the information that you need, and that means reading really trusted sources and understanding the risk, the options that you have, and also what to do if you do get the coronavirus. So the clarity is huge. And then at the same time, understanding where you are in your life. Like, if your lifestyle depends on going out and doing things, then what does that look like for you if you're staying home, for example? And if you're self-employed, then what does that look like for you financially as well? And are there adaptations you can make to keep offering things, or moving money around in ways you hadn't considered before, or it's just really being present with where you're at and getting clarity. Because when you don't have clarity, then you end up in a place where you're afraid and you don't know of what, because you haven't turned around and faced the thing that feels like it's chasing you. So really facing whatever's here and getting clarity. And the next one is presence. And this might have been better first, actually, because presence is really being with yourself in the moment. And it can also be like using the tool of just somatic awareness and, feeling your hand when you touch things, or it can be just noticing visually things around you. It can be just really bringing yourself to the moment by putting yourself in your environment, either with your senses in some way, and whatever sense is strongest for you. So it could be scent, it could be visual, it could be auditory, it could be listening to music. There's all kinds of ways, but those kinds of tools really help me sink in. And there are tools used in somatic psychology as well that help people just be present. And it's not always easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying this is a tool that can help you get to the next thing. And this also means not future tripping and planning what's going to happen in 8 weeks or 6 weeks or next week or tomorrow, and just taking it day by day and moment by moment, which is an amazing practice for all of us right now. And the next one is I wrote down letting go of control, but you don't have control anyway. So it's really letting go of the idea of control, because we don't have control over death, and we're all going to die at some point. So there's no way of getting out this boat without that. So just allowing yourself to be with that. And it's vulnerable to be human. And our health is huge. It's everything. So there's an opportunity for appreciation of that as well. And letting go of control. And of trying to control, at least, because you can't, and you can wash your hands. I'm about to go to the store. I'm probably going to wear latex gloves when I go and then take them off afterwards. I'm wiping my cell phone every time I go out with alcohol wipes. I'm doing a lot, and I'm boosting my immune system. I'm doing hot, cold flushes in the shower. I'm taking turmeric honey with pepper. It's really healthy for you. I'm not a medical expert or a health expert. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and I'm doing a lot, and that's all I can do. So, and I'm staying home mostly too. The next one is the word enough, because right now this fear can throw us into scarcity. And so scarcity is a spiral downwards, and it comes from a place that has good intention. So our lower brain, our primal brain, and at the base of our spine, it has a mechanism where if there's any kind of danger signal, we want to, that voice in our heads tells us to freak out, to respond, react. And it's from a place of fear and scarcity. Anytime there's any change, this happens. Anytime you're making any change that's outside of your normal routine, normal decision making, normal perspective, normal identity, identification, then that voice comes up. And so it's a matter of, how do I notice that voice, notice the fear, and be present. And yeah, so it's a practice. And also looking at, a lot of people are like buying a bunch of stuff and trying to, hunkering down. So looking at, what do you have in abundance? I have this massive roll of paper towels. I swear it's like this big, that my stepdad bought for me. It's like a salvage thing. And so if I run out of tissue or toilet paper, I have this massive roll of paper towels. And I have tons of tea. I have food for a while. And we still have electricity, Wi-Fi. We can cook, because a part of me has this thing in my brain that we're about to hit a natural disaster or something. Like, my brain is kind of trying to prepare for that, like as if the power is going to go out, kind of thing. But it's not necessarily, of course. So just notice what's happening in your mind and presence yourself as a practice. And the last one is one of the most powerful ones, and I actually feel emotional as I'm saying this, because when we're in our scarcity mindset and that brain kind of thing, we want to isolate, we want to push others away, we want to feel safe is what we do sometimes, or to a semblance of safety, we do that. So one of the keys as well to come out of that and to help each other and to get through this is connection. And connection is everything right now. I just saw this post about people in Italy who are, the streets are empty and they're singing out their windows with each other, and looking at ways we can connect. They're outside the box. And if we're going to be home for a while, like using tools like video chatting and telephone, old school, to just reach out and connect to people. And yeah, so that's huge. And also, this part of like being present and is part of connecting with ourselves on a deeper level as well. So the opportunities I see here are changing our relationship with fear. And part of that is not bypassing it and pushing it away or trying to pretend Susie Sunshine, and not spiritually, there's an article I posted, I think yesterday on my wall about, it was really great, by somebody, about spiritual bypassing with the coronavirus. And so that doesn't help. Pretending that you're not afraid doesn't work either. So it's like, how can you face the fear? Face your worst case scenario, like, I'm going to run out of money. I'm going to have to move in with my parents, or, I'm going to be in the hospital and not have enough beds. Like all those things, like, I'm not saying they're going to happen, but like your brain will go there. So when it does, breathe, keep breathing, and allow yourself to be present in the moment right now, and do what you can and let the rest go. So it's us saying, prepare for the worst, expect the best, or something like that. So, and this is an opportunity to heal our relationship with scarcity. And do we have enough right now? Do you have enough? Do you have what you need at this moment? And if so, and if not, figure out how to be resourceful. Ask, where can I find it if I could find it, if I had it. And then the last one is really valuing health and connection, because, health is everything. And connection is everything. And so don't let the connection piece fall away by isolating yourself, or getting into so much fear that you can't pull yourself out. So feel free to add your 2 cents here and any ideas that you have to support us all through this. And thanks for watching.